You're listening to the Grit to Growth podcast. Real talk with real business owners and professionals who built their freedom the hard way and now want more time, money, and impact.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. My guest today is Jennifer Johnson, owner of Gluten Free Please. Jennifer built her business around one simple idea, making gluten-free baking something people can actually enjoy without stress, guesswork, or feeling left out. Jennifer, I'm really glad you're here today, and thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. So, Jennifer, I always like to give people room to share a little bit about their personal background so the audience can kind of get to know you and know where you're coming from to start.
Sure. So I've been gluten-free for, going on 21 years. When our youngest son was born, I started having issues, and it was recommended that I go gluten-free. So he'll be 21 in May.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah,
That's
I know.
exciting.
So, yeah. So back almost 21 years ago, when they suggested I go gluten-free, I didn't know what they were talking about, never even heard of it. And they said, well, just basically stay away from bread. Well, long story short, found out that's way more than that. And that's been definitely a labor of love. Lots and lots of trials and errors along the way, and I've learned a lot. So it did end up finding out I had to go to Mayo Clinic later on, during this whole thing, and found out
Okay.
I have lymphatic colitis. And so with that, I have to be gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, and nut-free.
Oh,
The
wow.
soy and the gluten are the worst. The nuts kind of too. But yeah, but anyhow, that's yeah. So all of our mixes are gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, and nut-free.
Very
And when I was doing this, I was just, when I had to go gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, nut-free, I was just doing this for myself, our family. I wasn't wanting to, I never really thought about doing
a
this.
company wasn't in the
Right.
mix at the
No,
time,
not
right?
at all.
No pun
Yeah.
intended in the mix, but
Yeah. Yeah. And so I was just, feeding my family, feeding myself, trying to heal, get better. And then I would say probably 5 years ago, really people just kind of were noticing more, like when I had meetings or lunches or whatever, when I would really pay attention to what I was eating. And then they started asking me, what are you eating? What are you doing? I don't feel good. I need to go gluten free. Can you help me? And so then I started kind of looking at what I do and how I could help people in their kitchens and make their lives easier. And so then that's kind of how gluten free started. Is
okay.
in 2022, I saw that the South Dakota Fast Launch program was starting up. It was going to be the first program. And I thought, well, maybe I'll just do that program and see if this is something that's even doable. And lo and behold, that it was that people were
Here
excited
you are.
about it. Yeah, and so we sold our first mixes at the end of 2022. And then I ended up going full time with Gluten Free Please in the end of 2023. And so,
So at the beginning, then you were working a corporate career, or what were you doing before you went full time?
sure, yeah. So I had been in banking for a very long time. Um, Can't even remember how long now. 20, like
Some
25
amount of
years.
years.
Long,
Yeah.
long time. Yeah, I was in banking for a very long time. Yeah, I had a corporate job. I was vice president of a bank. And so that was a very hard decision to leave that to do this full time. But I was getting the gluten free please. I thought, oh, I'll just do it on the side as a part-time
Hmm.
thing to help people out. And it got to be where people were calling me, texting me, asking me questions. Where can I find your mixes? Can you help me? What do I need to do? And so I had to make a decision. I couldn't do both, you know?
Yeah.
And so,
The
yeah,
side hustle turned into the real hustle then, huh?
right. Yeah, yeah, for sure. So, yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah. Is that kind of how you'd recommend a lot of people if they have a passion for something to kind of start maybe with the dipping the toe and then see what catches from there?
For sure. I mean, having my banking background and helping businesses when I was in banking really helped out for starting this. And I definitely suggest doing that. Just saying you have this dream and this passion is amazing, but you definitely need um, you just can't quit your job day one and decide to do this. I mean, you definitely need that passion and you definitely need to have that personal investment, but it is a lot of hard work, and especially in the very beginning, trying to get the word out there about who you are, what you do. That all takes time. And so
Yeah.
yeah, you're not gonna be making money right away. So yeah.
I'd like to kind of maybe step back to on the gluten side of the, like the education and all that, because
Mhm.
I don't know if it just coincided with me, becoming an adult and starting to look at things, but was it maybe around like 2014 when it came more publicly aware that gluten free needed to be, or was it sooner? You can obviously give better education on it than I can.
Yeah, I would say for sure, maybe like the last 10 years, it's really become popular, and it was kind of a fad in a way too. But
Hmm.
you know, it's an interesting conversation because there's some people who have to be gluten free first
Yeah.
because they have celiac disease, and it causes major issues. And then there's other people who have Hashimoto's disease. We have customers who have Hashimoto's disease and thyroid issues, and being gluten free helps them with that. So gluten is a protein that's found in wheat, barley, rye, and a lot of grains.
Uh-huh.
And that protein is causes reactions for people, and that can vary from anything to like I get sores in my mouth. If I eat something right away, I'll notice it like boom, like something's not right. Or people get like lesions on their skin. They'll have digestive issues. Like when I was really sick, my hair was falling out. I lost a lot of weight. I couldn't eat anything at all. Like everything was just not good. So everybody
Mm.
kind of has different issues. Like some people have just a headache. Some people don't even know that they have a problem with gluten. But it really it depends, because it can cause inflammation in people. So some people stay away from gluten because they just feel better.
Yeah,
There's yeah,
that makes
no,
sense.
there's no medical, they never had a medical diagnosis, but they're just like, oh, I just feel so much better when I don't eat gluten. So
That
yeah.
makes
And
perfect
all of our
sense.
mixes, we use organic ingredients too. And I think that's important because for people who have issues, they feel like that they feel better when they are staying away from preservatives, dyes, um, things that have been chemically treated more. So,
And I think that even that's became more culturally aware too, as the labels are starting to put that they're organic, no it's a badge of honor really to
mhm.
be that way, correct?
Yeah, for sure. Yep, yep.
That's
So yeah, try to keep things as clean as possible, and yeah, good things.
okay. Now let's get into what you guys are kind of doing. What kind of products do you offer, and maybe even before that, kind of your first visionary with it. Was it about the taste, simplicity, your ingredients that you obviously it's all part of the package now, but what was kind of that besides your own health first driving factor for the company?
Sure. I mean, it still is pretty much the core of who we are is to help people. That's like number one thing. Anytime anybody has a question or just that's really our thing, is being able
Mhm.
to help our customers and make them feel good, make them feel better, and be able to trust us. I mean, we make sure that all of our stuff is made in a gluten-free commercial kitchen, so there's no cross contamination on anything.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal because a lot of manufacturers, they they don't do that. It's on shared equipment with other companies. So yeah, that's always been a big thing for us. So yeah.
So what are some of your products that you offer? Maybe pick out a few of the most popular and then tell us a little bit about them.
Sure. We have, well, actually, I should see if I can pull it up here. I just did our top mixes for 2025. I just did a Facebook
Oh,
post.
that's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, and that was really fun. It's always fun to see what the top mixes are. And we have our seasonal favorites, like the pumpkin spice donut mix. That's like always like up there for the season. But as far as like our overall top mixes for 2025, is the banana bread cake mix, and that's
Mm.
super fun. And that's easy to make. It's just two bananas, two eggs, and oil, and you add it to the mix, and it makes either an 8 or 9 inch round cake. And then you can go a 9 by 13 inch pan if you want to have it thinner and then feed more people. But I
Uh-huh.
like the really thick banana bread cake with all the frosting and all the yummy stuff on it. So that was our number one mix for
Very good.
2025. And then the next one is the double chocolate brownie mix. And the double chocolate brownies are just like what it says. It's double chocolate brownies. So it's got the chocolate chip cook or the chocolate chips in it that are dairy free. And you can make it in a 9 by 13 inch pan, or you can do an 8 by 8 inch pan if you want a really thick, gooey brownie. So
That's what I like to lean towards.
that'd probably be yours, huh? So, and then our pizza crust mix came in as number three for 2025. And the pizza crust mix comes with a yeast packet, and it's like having homemade pizza right at home. So, and it kind of reminds me when I was coming up with the pizza crust mix, it took me about a year to figure out what I was missing or what I was craving. Because all of our mixes that we sell are things that I was craving or missing, every mix that I come up with. And
Very
with
good.
the pizza crust mix, I was kind of missing like Pizza Hut type pizza,
Hmm.
like that buttery, yeah,
Back when
just
Pizza Hut was, you'd go there
mhm.
and you'd have those funky red cups and the crazy chandeliers and everything.
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm missing. I want that. And so, yeah, that took a while to figure out. But yeah, that's our pizza crust mix. And that you par bake it in the oven and then you pull it out and you put your toppings on, then you put it back in. And the neat thing about our mixes too is everybody kind of does them differently. So we have customers that send me messages and they're like, "Oh, I made little mini pizzas, and then fed everybody can make their own." Or, oh,
Uh-huh.
I did a deep dish with it. And, that's super fun. So,
So
mhm,
it sounds like a big part of your business, besides offering these mixes and everything, is the community that
mhm,
you're talking with them. Is that correct?
mhm. Yes, for sure. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and we always, yeah, are listening to what people say and what their cravings are and what they're missing and stuff too. So, yeah. So, and then do you want me to say our number four
Yeah,
mix?
I'd
Okay.
love to hear it.
Okay, so our number four mix for 2025 is our biscuit and multi-purpose baking mix, and that's really becoming very popular. So that is kind of reminds you of like Bisquick mix.
Okay, yeah.
So, and it makes two batches of biscuits and they're a drop biscuit. And we have customers that do chicken and dumplings with them, biscuits and gravy, strawberry shortcake. Like there's so many fun things you can do with the biscuit mix. So,
That's awesome.
yeah. So yeah, we have 20 different kinds of mixes depending on the season. Some of them are
Okay, some
just
of them are
seasonal mixes.
seasonality. Yeah, that
Yep,
makes sense.
yep. So,
What was your very first mix that you came to market with?
the chocolate cake and cupcake mix. So
Okay.
that was a mix that I've had for a very, very long time. That recipe that I was making for us, and for birthdays and just for family stuff. And
Hmm.
and everybody was like, you can't even tell that this is a gluten free. Like you got
Yeah.
to do something with this. And I'm like, well, I'm not making cakes for everybody. Like, nope, nope, nope. And so, but yeah, but that was probably that and the banana bread cake were probably the first mixes that I knew, yeah, those need to
Is
get out
that one of
there.
your favorite compliments that when they say you can't even tell it's gluten free, or is another? I would imagine when people say I feel so much better is probably another great compliment you receive.
Yeah, for sure. And we've never had anybody say they don't feel good after eating our mixes. That's another compliment too that we get. So
Good.
yeah, that was like what I worried about is I wanted to make sure that people felt good, and that it tasted good, and then and it's just like anything else you would get out there, like normal, non-gluten free.
Well,
Yeah.
you and me talked a little bit before we started. You're coming off the busy season of holiday, Christmas,
Mhm.
New Year. I know
Mhm.
that that's kind of your guys' crazy season. Now that you have a little bit of time to get thoughts and gathering for 2026, is there
Mhm.
anything that you can share with us, maybe coming up this upcoming year or in the future
Sure.
that you're excited about?
Yeah, well, we are just finalizing updating our new website, so I'm excited about that. Our website that we have now at glutenfreepleasemixes.com and it'll still be the same, glutenfreepleasemixes.com, but we're just updating it because now it's a little archaic. Like when we had a YouTuber that did a shout out, like an influencer, and the
Uh-huh.
whole system like crashed. And it was like, oh, that's not so good.
You,
And
you
so
had
we're
heavy traffic after. Yep.
yeah, so we're realizing that we kind of need to step up our game a little bit. And so our website is getting an overhaul. So it'll be easier to use. You'll be able to um, see all the mixes better, see the product that it's been made. You'll be able to see like the events that we go to, the stores that we're in. I'll have recipes on there, so it'll be really nice. So we're excited about that.
Good.
So yeah,
Good.
because we sell our mixes online, so we ship all over the United States, and so that's important for us for people just to be able to get in, get what they want, get out, and then we
They
ship it
can do
out.
that all right from the website then.
Yep, yep.
That's
So yeah, so
awesome.
that's a big deal. So yeah, but
Do
and
you
then
guys
other
have any physical locations? I forgot to ask that, or is it all
yep.
online?
No, we're in stores too. So we sell online, we're in stores, and then we're at the Sioux Falls Farmers Market. And then we're also go to festivals too. And those are around the Midwest. So,
And
yeah.
when you guys are going to those, it's updated on the website then.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then, yeah, people can see where we're at. Because a lot of times, like people want to come and see us and talk to us and ask questions and just learn more. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You also mentioned me that you guys were starting a YouTube channel. Is that kind of the purpose of the YouTube channel
hmm
for a lot of these questions that you've been getting to
hmm
start answer, or what is it that you guys are doing with that?
Yeah, we do get a lot of questions on how to make the mixes. And so that's the primary reason why we're starting the YouTube channel is where people can go online, they can search for a certain mix, like the banana bread cake mix or the pie crust mix or whatever, or sugar cookie mix, whatever it might be. They can search for that in our YouTube channel and then find me making it. And then they'll be like, oh, yeah, I can do that, you
Oh,
know.
very instruction or kind of step by step process
Mhm.
type thing.
Yes, yeah,
Very
yeah.
cool. What
So
what is your guys' channel's name?
It is gluten free, please. So you just search,
Perfect.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So pretty easy, yeah, yeah. So other fun things that we're working on. So we're at the Winter Farmers Market, the Sioux Falls Winter Farmers Market, and that just started in November. And we have been hearing from people that they really want gluten free sourdough bread. And I dragged my feet on that for a very long time because I was like, oh, this is a whole other beast. And so I was able to make a starter and do all those sourdough things, except make it gluten free, soy free, dairy free, and nut free. And so last month in December was our first month selling sourdough bread at the farmers market, and we sold out both times.
Hey,
So
that's a good problem.
yeah, well, kind of. Sourdough is like I said, is a whole nother beast. So yeah, we can't make like sourdough for the whole town, but but we're making some sourdough. So that's fun.
You.
Yeah.
Well, Jennifer, I appreciate you coming on here today, sharing the heart behind your business and what your guys' mission is. It's pretty cool to see that someone who had a health condition turned it into business and passion, and I think that's encouraging for our listeners as well. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, appreciate it. So,
Awesome. Well, be sure to check out Jennifer and follow along with her journey. And I appreciate everyone for listening. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Know someone with serious grit and a great growth story? Send them our way at grittogrowthpodcast.com/guest.